BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe. If you're looking for a car that is just as practical as the 3 Series, but a little bit prettier, I absolutely love the styling of this car, including this big grille. When this car initially came out, a lot of people were lamenting, oh, the grille is too big. Can we just grow up and get over it and see what this beauty is all about? 1, 2, 3. All right, let's have a look at our devil under the bonnet. Devil diesel. That's right. We've got a 2-liter turbocharged diesel engine which produces 190 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. In fact, this engine seems to be so evil that it appears to be no longer available in the UK. It's good to see the French having some common sense left in them, because this car starts from 56,000 euros in the UK. This is actually a mild hybrid, which means we've got a small electric motor that gives you a bit of extra shaft and of course improves your fuel economy. I'm really looking forward to driving this car. This is actually one of probably the best things about this car, the engine. And that's enough about the numbers under the bonnet. Okay, we're gonna have a look at the boot space, but look, it's all tinted, so you can't see the actual boot. But once you open it, you've got 470 liters of space. The shape of the boot is actually far more practical than 3 Series or any other saloon for that matter. Very easy to load items in and take them out. You've got a couple of practical hooks, netting. This is actually a cover which you can remove. There you go. This is to protect your items from being stolen in countries like France. And that is enough about the boot space. Okay, being a passenger, so we definitely have a little bit less space than we have in the 3 Series, but it's actually all right. I've got plenty of room for my legs, decent headroom, middle seat, well, yep, we'll leave it at that. But what you have in the middle is a proper loading space, so you can carry skis or any long items for that matter. Climate control, 2 USB-C ports. I want to show you 2 beautiful exterior features. Gorgeous handles, a lot more elegant than the 3 Series, and frameless windows, very sleek. Okay, a quick look at the cabin. So with the 4 Series Gran Coupe, the minimum trim you can get is the M Sport, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, because it does keep the quality up there. Recently, I've been in an ID Q5 with a basic trim, and my God, it was shocking. And Audi used to be one of the best when it comes to cabins. Well, that ship has sailed a long time ago. What you get with the M Sport package here is a nice steering wheel, a larger screen, a few bits and bobs to make this car look and feel a little bit nicer and a little bit sportier. I do like these seats. They're soft, they're comfortable, and they do hold your body in place when you get carried away on a twisty road. You can sit very, very low actually. I do appreciate that, but the adjustment is just huge. I like that BMW, thank you very much. Let's hop into practicality. Light bottle of water test. Easy fit that in the door bin. Pop that bottle in here, very good. Next, storage space, plenty USB-C ports, glove box, medium size, that's fine, that will do. wireless mobile charging. You've got actually traditional USB port. Very good, 12-volt socket. I like that. You can close that shelf to hide all your secrets, okay? I like the steering wheel. The M Sport steering wheel is worth, even if you have to pay extra with other BMW models, it just feels good in your hands. It's thicker. I hate thin steering wheels. Paddle shifters. The shortcut buttons, very clean and simple layout. It just makes sense. It's a Germanic car, of course. Now, the infotainment system iDrive is by far one of the best, the most intuitive systems available on the market, together with the MBUX from Mercedes. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the map, for example. And the graphics is just brilliant. It's so quick to respond to your fingers, and it's just pleasant, very pleasant and pleasing to look at. Yeah? The system itself, very intuitive. Navigation, car, okay, all the settings. I like that. I like that a lot. You can control the system with your fingers, of course, but I find that the swivel down here is far less distracting, okay? And you can get anywhere you want to get with that swivel. You also have shortcut buttons down here, so that makes your life harder. Now, speaking of shortcut buttons and physical buttons, you've got all of those for volume control, your tracks, climate control. Everything has a button, and every button serves its purpose. There's no fiddling, no sliding, none of that nonsense that we see with other manufacturers, which is something I really appreciate. If you don't like this system, you can plug in your iPhone or your Android. Actually, you don't even have to plug it in. It will work wirelessly. But I love the iDrive system because it just does such a brilliant job. Overall, the quality of the materials, the fit and finish is very, very good. Even the plastics here are actually soft, so everything is well made. Simple, stylish, sporty, and it fits the nature of this car perfectly. It is quite possible that you might be wondering, what the hell is going on with the color of this car? Once it's black, once it's grey. Am I going colorblind? Is it a true chameleon? Is Anna manipulating me? None of the above. And I'm a good girl, by the way. I'll probably go to heaven. Remember what I said about the boot cover, that it will protect you from theft? Well, it might do, but what it will not protect you from is violence. Unless, of course, you smash somebody's head with it, then, oh yes, by all means. So the other day, I went to a shop just off Antibes, a place called Valerie, in southern France. In retrospect, who goes to a shop if I buy everything online? Brilliant idea, it was not. Anyway, I park the vehicle, I lock the vehicle, I walk out, and I hear this boom! Big bang. I was thinking, what was that? Anyway, I go to a shop. I, of course, don't get what I came there for because they are out of stock. I walk out, come back to my car. What was that? Oh yeah, that was that. That was my car. My windscreen and my roof. Busted. Some kid, a little punk, threw a big rock at my car. I know it was that kid because I saw him looking at the car earlier. Sorry, I was a victim of a crime on the French Riviera. And it's not the first time, by the way, this has happened in this part of the world. What a place. And moral of the story is, actually two morals. Number one, make sure you get a full insurance when coming down here. And number two, this car sure does turn heads. It attracts everything. Anybody and nobody. Like flies to shit. Well, good shit, excuse my language. So that was a bit of a frosty reception and I couldn't complete the video. But the car is changed and I'm all warmed up. I've got my legs, I've got my arms, I've got my teeth. Let's go. That we've got all the drama out of the way, how does this car feel to drive? Well, what you get here is a very premium and smooth ride. You don't really feel bumps, imperfections, and we are riding on large 19-inch alloys, which by the way come as standard. Lovely touch from BMW. But as we know, the larger the alloys, the harder the manufacturer has to work in order to make the car comfy. Well done, BMW, because it's still one of the best in class when it comes to larger coupes. Some say a four-door ain't a coupe. Really? Says who? Of course it's a coupe. It's a very foxy coupe. We've got a very well-mannered, quiet diesel engine. Even when you floor it, it's nice. It's all very silky. Amazing with a diesel engine. When you hop on the motorway, you pick up quite a bit of speed. You will have a little bit of tire noise, you will have a little bit of wind noise, but it's not bad. And I'll tell you what, you won't be complaining, because on the motorway, your fuel economy will be below 6 liters. That's right. Combined with a bit of city, we're talking about 7 liters. And the range here is about 850 kilometers, which is 530 miles. Convenient and green. The steering here has got some weight to it, even in comfort mode, and as such it is quick and it is responsive. We've got a very good 12-meter turning circle, so although it's not a small car, it's easy to maneuver it in and out of car parks. When it comes to visibility, well, we're sitting low, but we do have good view over the bonnet. The rear window, you see a little bit, not much, but parking this car is a breeze because we've got cracking cameras. Now, just because it's an eco-green diesel, we still do expect some degree of performance, simply because it's a BMW. So let's flick it to sport mode, gearbox into sport, and let's check the throttle response. Turbo kicking in right away. You brush your foot on the accelerator and boom, it delivers. And it really is a prime example of how to build a great diesel engine. Low in fuel economy and very quick to respond to your right foot. Oh, I like it, BMW. It just feels so alive and it handles so well on a twisty road. You see a lot of cars on a twisty road are a bit like, meh, I want to get out of here, I'm tired and I'm bored. With the 4 Series Gran Coupe, it's a case of, I want more, come on, give it to me. Yes, I like that, safe to say. Now this is a rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive option is available if you wish and if you need, but you see with the rear-wheel drive, you get a sensation of pushing rather than pulling and dragging like you get with a lot of front-wheel drive cars. And as such, this car just feels much sportier. We've got an 8-speed automatic gearbox and the gear change here is silky and very quick. You also have paddle shifters, but most likely this gearbox is going to be quicker than you. Now you see, time and time again, with pretty much all BMW models, the gearboxes, the steering, the handling, the engines, they've just mastered the bloody thing, which is why I own a BMW. Now the 4 Series Gran Coupe, I'd say it's a driver's car because you're sitting lower and you are very much connected with the road. Now, why would you purchase this car over the 3 Series, for example? Well, both are quite similar when it comes to practicality. It's just that this one is a little bit sleeker and a little bit sexier. And as with everything in life, this also carries consequences. I'm sexy and I know it. Well, you see, personally, I actually love the 4 Series, both the Coupe and Gran Coupe. And yes, I love this big grille. But I tell you what I love more is the Alpina B4 in green with brown Napa leather. So safe to say, of course I love this car. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Everybody was lamenting. In fact, it's so diesel. It's so diesel.